Welcome back all. On Point Firearms Training, Brooker, Florida. We're going to talk about, well, we always talk about fundamentals when we're at the range. And every time we come out, I can't emphasize enough, fundamentals are always where it's at. But I'm noticing a lot with my smaller classes and having the opportunity to teach more and have more beginner and novice shooters come in. I'm noticing the front sight emphasis is less than ideal. You know, we talk about focus on front sight, your rear sight and your target will be a little bit out of focus, but people are simply, myself included, I catch myself doing it, we're just looking at the front sight. Like simply looking at the front sight, trying to look beyond and see where we're hitting or focusing on other things. We want the focus to be that front sight. Just when I know I'm going to get beat up in the comments about tunnel vision, but when it comes to you're on a controlled range or you want to do competition shooting or you simply want to be a better shooter, time is not a concern, and we're not out in the world dealing with active threats or with potential threats. We want to focus on that front sight so much that that's all we can see. Tunnel vision is important when it comes to accuracy. We'll talk about the advanced stuff, the threat awareness, the other stuff later. But we're going to talk about and do some demos and show the importance of front sight focus. And we want it to be extreme. Our focus is solely the front sight. The rear sights and the target will be a little bit blurry, but we want to focus on that front sight so much because that's where the projectile is going to end up. The more we focus on that front sight, the more accurate we're going to be, and we're going to start keyholing, putting rounds in the same hole. Challenge you, come out, shoot a few times. As you normally would. Come out, look at the front sight. I catch myself watching the target to see where my rounds are going to go. And I get a grouping at 15 yards, about a 4-inch circle, if you would, is where we're at. Not sure if you can see that. It's about a 4-inch circle at 15 yards. Now, what we're going to try for, I am truly going to focus on the front sight. That's it. Don't care anything else. I'm going to stare at the front sight and we're going to see how we do. So now everything in about a 2-inch circle. And all I did was I truly just focused on the front sight. So all of this is just to show the importance of slowing down and focusing. I am going to slow down and focus even a little more. Anyone watching can see there was only, maybe 2-3 seconds between my rounds. That's still not controlled enough to focus as much as I'm asking. So let's try again. A little more focus, slow down, and concentrate on just the front sight. more I slow down and the more focus, we're a good 2-inch circle now. 15 yards, bone stock, Glock 17, nothing done to it. I will zoom out so we can see exactly where we're shooting from. 15-yard line, 2-inch circle. A lot of them were smaller than the 2-inch circle, but I actually threw one. That was on me.